Good morning, it's News and 10 back again. We're going to be rounding up all the Champions League news and reacting to a horror show. As the horrific Halloween puns happen throughout the press and media last night and this morning. Chelsea obviously losing, Man United getting that win. We're going to be talking about Celtic, and also I'm going to be doing a championship roundup, and I'll be revealing how brilliant I am by showing a prediction I made yesterday on News and 10 that came true.
Well done.
Thank you. And also talking about...
clock is correct twice a day, just to let you know.
True, yeah. Do you know Diane Abbott tried to say that? And she tweeted that out, but she said, even as a comeback to someone else, sorry, I know I'm going to piece there, to Michael Gove, saying, even a stopped watch is right once a day. And then everyone was like, it's twice a day, you stupid woman. Right, let's get into it. Champions League. Back pages, first of all.
Yep.
The Metro, hell of a night. A lot of Halloween puns coming here. I warn you now, apologies for that. Hell of a night. Roma striker shocks Blues as Conte endures Halloween horror. Ooh. Good Lord. The Times, another pun they were quick to go to. Roman ruins. Of course, that 3-0 victory for Roma against a very poor Chelsea last night. The Guardian horror show. Chelsea humiliated on Halloween night. The Mirror, Roma ruins. I think we've seen that one, haven't we? 20 seconds ago. There it is, Halloween nightmare. And at the bottom you can see there, Matic's trick is United's treat.
Ooh, someone must have been happy about that.
And the Daily Star somehow, the Daily Star being above it and not doing any of those puns, which is interesting. Kane's fit to attack Real. We'll preview Spurs against Real Madrid, that big game at the end of News at 10 today. But we've got to talk about Chelsea, first and foremost. 3-0 away from home. It was always going to be a tough game. It was. But that was poor.
It was a humiliating defeat. It really genuinely was. El Shaarawy's goal after 30 seconds was phenomenal. Outside of the boot. If you haven't seen it, check out BT Sports YouTube channel. They got highlights on there. Wonderful finish. And then the second goal, Rudiger, I don't know what he was doing. The ball was kicked over the top. He just stood there, let the ball go through. El Shaarawy made it 2-0. Perotti made it 3-0 with an absolute worldie. So yes, there were worldie goals, but it was 3-0. It could have been 5-6-0.
And a lot of it was individual errors. It was very, very poor in that.
And this is Antonio Conte. He's an Italian manager. And I said this recently. I'm not sure who they were. They were 2-0 up at home a couple of games ago, and then they win 3-2, drew 2-2. I can't remember who that was against, but Chelsea's defending right now is not what you would expect of an Antonio Conte side. And as Ian Wright at the moment, he's now saying last night, are there signs of discontent after the Roma loss? They got Manchester United at the weekend. Hopefully this continues, but Kante's coming back. They're clearly missed because Fabregas played in a midfield too, as Olivia from CSC Fan TV was pointing out. We'll put that clip up very shortly, but I just can't believe how bad their defending is.
Yeah, when Antonio Conte spoke to the press after the game, and it's been reported, of course, across the back pages, he questioned his side's hunger and desire and will to fight, stuff that you don't expect with Antonio Conte. Now, the important word, I think, in a headline is Antonio Conte lambasts.
Lambast.
If you can put that in a headline and a manager can lambast his team, I think he's still in a good, strong standing. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't look like it's not on him yet. Not all the pressure is being put on Antonio Conte. It's the players themselves, and you saw that in the way that they played. David Luiz with some poor individual errors. Rudiger, of course, with the worst one of all. But the thing that he was most disappointed with was that second half performance, and the fact that this is what I'd love to know from you guys. We'll get to Olivia's clip in just a second. Is Fabregas and playing him when you haven't got Kante, is it something that you think Chelsea can afford to do anymore? Here is Olivia talking about that very thing right now.
The Kante thing I'm a bit disappointed about. I think tonight would have been a bit good game. I know it would have been a risk, but it's a risk worth taking considering how we play. We know Fabregas can't play in a 2, and that's been proven tonight. I think that's one of the worst performances I've ever seen from him in a Chelsea shirt. Bakayoko wasn't great. Eden Hazard, to me, and especially in the first half, looked like the only player that looked like creating something, looked the only one interested. So as a whole, I'm very disappointed with his performance. I'm very disappointed with his result. The only plus side is we have Kante back for United, and I'm pretty sure he's going to play.
I mean, clearly Olivia is not happy with Fabregas playing in a midfield too, and I think that goes to show both the importance of N'Golo Kante to this Chelsea side. He's going to be back for this Manchester United game at the weekend. But this week, we've been did a video earlier, Fabregas being linked to Manchester United. Clearly he doesn't really operate and work in a midfield too, and they do need that midfield 3 to really work. And it's been pointed out in the comments here by Caleb Hatcher, and Superfly. That 2-0 lead was actually against Roma in the first game
yeah.
at Stamford Bridge.
Right.
That was the one that ended 3-3. So 2 horrid defensive shows against Italian sides from an Italian manager.
Yeah.
Strange.
Let us know in the comments, do you think that this result will have any bearing on the Man United game if Conte plays? Because he is 2 players in 1. So let us know if there'll be any kind of hangover in that Man United-Chelsea game at the weekend. Elsewhere in the Champions League, your boys, Man United, same old, same old.
It was a very Jose Mourinho result. And by saying that, the result's going to be remembered, but not the performance. It was a game where Manchester United only needed to get in second gear, thankfully, because we got Chelsea at the weekend. But Mourinho didn't really rest any players. He started Lukaku, started Martial, started Matic, started Bailly and De Gea. It was a strong team. Man United a little bit disjointed, and we are desperately missing Paul Pogba. We have no creativity from midfield at the moment, which is leaving Lukaku really isolated. But ultimately, it's a 2-0 win, 3 wins on the bounce since that loss against Huddersfield. Going to Stamford Bridge now. Chelsea, after that 3-0 loss against Roma, there's going to be murmurs. Like Bakayoko, I see it in the comments there. People really questioning his ability as a midfielder. He was there to replace Matic, who has become our best midfielder. It's a strange situation, but hopefully United can continue that form going into Stamford Bridge.
In that game, heartbreak for Svilla, I think you say, is the young goalkeeper who said he had a nightmare in the first game at Benfica. On this occasion, there were some good things. Man United missed a penalty in the game and then scored a penalty after that. That's another part of the headline today, is that Lukaku wasn't given that penalty, the second penalty. Danny Blind was given it instead, which he scored, so it was the right decision by Mourinho. But Svilla, he saved that penalty from Anthony Martial initially. So he was the youngest ever goalkeeper to save a
Great
penalty. Great, lovely.
Happy about that.
Pop that on the CV. However, he then conceded an own goal. The ball hit the post from a shot from Matic, great shot from Matic. Rebounded, hit the back of Villa and went in goal, which makes him what?
The youngest ever player to score an own goal in the Champions League.
Nightmare.
Odds.
So, poor bloke.
I mean, other than Benfica and United and Chelsea, Celtic went out last night to Bayern Munich. It was a great goal they scored in the 70th odd minute. They obviously went toe-to-toe with Bayern, but Javi Martinez popped up 2-1. Celtic are now out of Europe, and it was always going to be difficult for them, wasn't it? Yeah,
the general idea with the Celtic is that there was improvement there, and you've seen improvement over the games in what is a really tough group for them. But is that enough for Celtic fans? Because it's too late now. You're out. You're probably going to get that Europa League place, finishing third after beating Anderlecht, I think it was. But is it a poison chalice almost going into the Champions League? I know you're excited to be there, but it's so tough for Celtic to get through, isn't it? How far away are you? There's the question I'd love to ask. How far away is Celtic from getting out of a Champions League group?
No, they did it a couple of years ago, didn't they? That magic against Barcelona. Yes, they understand. I think Celtic fans understand that it's going to be tough no matter what. But you want to be in it. You want to go and hopefully get those magical memories and moments against these teams, and that's what they do.
Chalice is the wrong thing to say.
But last night, PSG absolutely tore Anderlecht apart. They've played 4 games in the Champions League so far. They have scored 17 goals. They've won all 4 games, and they have conceded 0.
And not only that, the left back Gazawa scored a hat trick.
When did left back score a hat trick?
And he scored a hat trick just in the second half. Didn't even take him a whole game to do it. This PSG side look frightening. The Verratti goal, the start of the game was beautiful. Neymar probably even better. He's just cut alongside the 18-yard box and smashed it in the top corner. They look frightening this season, and they should, with the money that they've been spending, they've got to be making a semi-final.
Yeah, they have to. Absolutely have to. Other results last night: Atletico Madrid drawing against Qarabag for the second group game in succession. What are they doing? Atletico Madrid really aren't the team they once were under Diego Simeone. Can't be seeing them get into a final this year.
But for Qarabag, you've got to say that is incredible stuff.
And they had 10 men for half an hour away against Atletico Madrid.
That's a squad that costs 250 grand to assemble. That's how big an achievement it is, to getting a draw away at Atletico Madrid.
Final 2 results: Olympiacos drew against Barcelona. First time I think since 2012 that Barcelona haven't scored a goal in a Champions League game, but they're doing very well in the league. So that's more of a blip than anything more of a major concern. And they're going to top the group anyway. And Sporting Lisbon drew at home against Juventus, so well done to them. Obviously tonight is Spurs Real Madrid. We'll talk about that later on.
Second. Championship now. Yesterday, massive set of games there. QPR It's literally, Sam, if you're an accumulator, right, and I'm Queen's Park Rangers, I'm just smashing you and hitting you round the face.
I feel violated.
That is what
absolutely violated.
Wolves, they'll definitely get promoted. Smashed you in the face. Sheffield United, they're pretty good, top of the league. New league leaders after Queen's Park Rangers beat Wolves. Smashed you as well. 1-0 to the Queen's Park Rangers.
Can somebody who's watching this please go back to the video we made last week on QPR on that 40 million fine and get me a little compilation of James's faces there and him effectively, you know, having a good time.
Look, I'm a QPR fan. Let me have this, right? Great win for us yesterday. A bizarre goal. The goalie basically dropped the ball and we were able to pass the ball in the back of the net. But we got a clean sheet and we were able to get 2 wins on the bounce. That shows what the Championship is like. Elsewhere, though, I'm just having a great show today. They've got that QPR getting the win, but also I'm a genius. Not a genius, it was pretty obvious, but I predicted this yesterday on News at 10. Check this out. Grayson, I like Grayson. I think he's a good manager, but you can, and they haven't won at home for a hell of a long time, but if you cannot beat Bolton at home, it's time to go. So I was referring to Sunderland, of course, and them being second bottom of the league and playing Bolton at home, and if they don't win that game, then Grayson surely has to go. They were 1-0 down, they were 2-1 down, they ended up getting a draw out of the game, but minutes after that game, Simon Grayson, who's a good, solid Championship manager, was sacked by Sunderland. Sunderland fans, let us know your thoughts on this. It's a new low for the club. Bolton, of course, Bolton are a great club, but the squad that they put together is not a good squad. And Sunderland, coming down from the Premier League, you should have enough to be beating these teams. You haven't won at home in God knows how long. I think it's like 9 months or something ridiculous like that. But for me, the way I look at this is, I don't think this is on Simon Grayson. I really don't. I think he's a good manager who's done well at a lot of places under difficult circumstances with difficult budgets. Sunderland do have a difficult budget, but that playing squad needs to be completely overhauled from top to bottom. In that club it is a mess at the moment, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people who want that job at Sunderland because it is a massive job. But
Sam Allardyce is free.
Jesus, he's the hottest property.
He's turned into
the
new Alan Kirbishley. If there's a vacant job, just put Sam Allardyce's head.
But I feel sorry for Simon Grayson. He's a good football man and he's done great things in the Championship, in the Football League, but wasn't able to stop the slide. It'll be interesting to see who will be the next Sunderland manager. Let us know in the comments below who you think would be a good choice for a team that needs some kind of rejuvenation. Absolute mess there. Wolves went back top of the table with a win. Cardiff City in the old man derby against Mick McCarthy. The 20th time Neil Warnock and Mick McCarthy have played against each other. Neil Warnock came out on top, won the game there, and they go into the automatic promotion places. And Derby County, probably the last team we want to talk about this morning. 4 wins on the trot now, looking strong. They've got
above Leeds, eh? What's going on with
Leeds? 2-1, Sam Winner with 2 goals for them.
4 out of the last 5 games, Leeds.
They have. From going top of the league since then, it's been a bit of a nightmare for them. So,
speaking of nightmares, let's move on from the Championship. Premier League Halloween 11.
Oh, God.
By Sky Sports. We can't not mention how bad this is. I'm not sure who the worst is. We've got Romelu Spukaku up front with Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Also, Trick or Treato Hernandez on the wing. Kasper Schmeichel in goal. Angel Fangel, left back. I mean,
that's the worst. Last screen, Sterling.
Or Dead End Hazard. Oh my God. N'Golo Kante. The whole midfield is terrible.
Yeah.
But, that'll cheer you up, I suppose, if you want to go look at that.
Absolute mess. Right, last off, Real Madrid versus Spurs. And we will be at Wembley doing a sort of mini-doc with Flav and the boys from the Fighting Cock, talking about what it's like being at Wembley and being a Spurs fan and a whole feeling. So make sure you stay tuned to the Bull Street channel for that.
What if they win tonight? What if they win?
It could be it's party.
Let us know in the comments. Do you think there's any chance that Tottenham Hotspur could win? Because Harry Kane might be back.
Well, yeah, the back page is suggesting that he is fit to return, and that's probably why, obviously, he didn't play at the weekend against Man United. They do need him, but Marcelo, the Real Madrid defender, is saying they're not a one-man team. I think he's safeguarding himself there. That's just some obvious press for him to do. Yeah. Spurs are a great side, but they're going to be a much better side if they've got Harry Kane in the team. So let us know your score predictions for the game. We'll be in the comments all morning and all afternoon as well, because we enjoy them. Let us know your thoughts on Chelsea, on Man United, on Celtic, on Sunderland. God, we got a lot in today.
Comment here from Tanmay, which I need to point out, said, whoa. What has gotten into Jimmy Alcott? Does QPR winning have that kind of effect on him? Don't know why I had to watch that. What is life? What is anything anymore? It seems like, what have you done to Tanmay?
Well, believe it or not, I know I'm sort of neutral a lot of the time because I'm a QPR fan and we're talking about Premier League a lot, but I am a football fan and QPR have won 2 games in a trot. It doesn't happen often, so don't worry, you won't have to see it that often. But I'm just a happy man this morning, so
let him have it, eh?
Subscribe to Ball Street, hit that notification bell so you can join us live every single morning. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video.
Come on.
And we'll see you very soon.
Take it easy.